Привет, как дела? Hi, how are you? Меня зовут Catherine, и я ваш учитель русского. My name is Catherine, and I'm your Russian teacher. И сегодня мы продолжаем учиться считать по-русски. And today we're continue learning how to count in Russian. No? Это вторая часть видео. So that is the part 2 of the video. Make sure to check the part 1 if you haven't already. Да? И вот план на наши 4 урока. Here's the plan for the next 4 lessons. So, we have already learned how to count from 1 to 1000. Да? Мы уже научились считать от 1 до 1000. Next step is going to be to learn how to say first, second, third ordinal numbers. Да? And that's today. And the part 3 is going to be how to count items in Russian and how to create numbers from 1000 onwards, as many as you wish. So this way you will know, ideally, at the end of it, you're going to know the names of all the numbers in existence using the logic. No? And the 4th lesson is going to be live practice on Zoom, when I'm going to tell you how to use numbers in context, which cases do they follow, how do they change, etc., etc. I prefer to explain that in person because it's a little bit of a difficult item to comprehend, probably. So I would like to hear from you. I would like to make sure that you all understand that, and we'll have some speaking practice and some games and some fun as usual. Link in the description below. Make sure that you're not going to miss it. So let's go for it. Let's learn, as usual, the numbers from 1 to 10 first. The ordinal numbers, first, second, etc. So the first is going to be первый. And mind you that all of the ordinal numbers are going to function and change as adjectives by gender, by case, by number. So for example, it's going to be первый, первая, первое. So masculine, feminine, neutral, and all of them are going to have the same. Declensions. So let's see. Первый, второй. So первый for masculine, первая, feminine, первое for neutral, второй, вторая, второе. Let's do all of them like this. So number 3, the third. Третий, третья, третье. So here are the ones underlined that are different from the majority. So you need to take a special look at those. No? Третий, третья, третье. Okay, 4th. Четвертый, четвертая, четвертое. Четвертый, четвертое, четвертое. Okay, let's do пятый, 5th, пятая, пятое. So let's do all of them for masculine. Первый, второй, третий, четвертый, пятый. Okay, let's go to through the next one. Шестой, шестая, шестое. No, 6th for masculine, feminine, neutral. 7th, седьмое. Pardon, извините. Седьмой, седьмая, седьмое. Okay, the 8th, восьмой, восьмая, восьмое. The 9th, девятый, девятая, девятая. The 10th, десятый, десятая, десятая. Okay, let's do all of these in feminine. Шестая, седьмая, восьмая, девятая, десятая. And let's do all of them in neutral, just for the sake of practice. Первое, второе, третье, четвертое, пятое, шестое, седьмое, восьмое, девятое, десятое. Отлично, great. Let's move on. Okay, so we already know this. We know the logic of how these numbers operate, okay? Therefore, we're going to make numbers into adjectives, as simple as that. So I have colored the logic behind the creation of it. If you're not very familiar with how it works, please check out the part 1 of this video. So let's go for it. 11, 11, 11. 11th. Okay, so why do we need, for example, the ordinal numbers this far? For example, when we are going to speak about the date, we're going to be using or year. No, for example, today is well, what is today? Today is the 19th of June. So I'm going to say сегодня 19 июня. 19. So it makes sense to learn ordinal numbers onwards, because with the dates and with the, for example, anniversaries, things of the kind, we're going to be using the ordinal ones. So let's go. 11, 11, 11. The 12th. 12, 12, 12. 13, 13, 13. 13th. 14, 14, 14. Next one. 15, 15, 15. Okay, let's revise all of them in masculine. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Хорошо. Okay, so let's move on. 16, 16, 16. 17, 17, 17. 18, 18, 18. 19, 19, 19. Let's do all of these in feminine. 16, 17, 18. 19. And let's do all of them in neutral, huh? Like we would do with dates, for example. So let's go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 и 19. Okay, how can we move on and do the same with the numbers like 20, 30, etc.? So the same logic, we make the cardinal numbers into adjectives. So let's see. 20, 20, 20. 30, 30, 30. 40, 40, 40. 50, 50, 50. So take a look that here the мягкий знак is changed into e. Пяти, not 5, 5, 10, and it is going to continue up until 80. 50, 60, 60, 60, 60, 70, 70, 70, 80, 80, 80, 90, 90, 90. И потом сотый, like from 100, сотый, сотая, сотая, тысячный, тысячная, тысячная, и миллионный, new vocabulary here, миллион, миллионный, миллионная, миллионная. All right, let's move on to the next one. So, what do we do about our hundreds? So, for example, if we need to count something, so it's like the day 100, no, 100th day of something, or it is, I don't know, 300th anniversary of something. Let's see. So we make an adjective out of these as well. So it's going to be сотый, сотая, сотое, двухсотый, двухсотая, двухсотое, трехсотый, трехсотая, трехсотая, четырехсотый, четырехсотая, четырехсотая. So these four: сотый, двухсотый, трехсотый, четырехсотый. No? And let's go for these ones. Пяти. Yet again, mind you, the E in the middle. Пятисотый, пятисотая, пятисотое. Шестисотый, шестисотая, шестисотое. Семисотый, семисотая, семисотое. 800, восьмисотый, восьмисотая, восьмисотая. And 900, девятьсотый, девятьсотая, девятьсотая. And the last one, тысячный, тысячный, тысячное, тысячное. So let's go for it. So for this one in feminine, these ones in feminine. Пятисотая, шестисотая, семисотая, восьмисотая, девятьсотая. And all of them are neutral. Сотая, двухсотая, трехсотая, четырехсотая, пятисотая, шестисотая, семисотая, восьмисотая, девятьсотая, тысячная. All right. So, how can we make 20 plus? No, if it needs to be. So, mind you that the first half, being it the decimals, or the tens, so to speak, the 20, 30, 40, 50 are not going to change, or the hundreds are not going to change either. So we're just going to leave them in cardinal way, and only the last part are going to, last parts are going to change. So for example, how do you say 156? So 156. 156. 156. How do you say 689? 699. Ninth. How can you say the same in feminine for 933? 933. So let's test ourselves and use this table that you see on the screen, and I want you to make these numbers. So for example, how do you say number for neutral, ordinal number for 444th? Right, so the answer is going to be 444. Right, so how about 772 for masculine? So it's going to be 772. And so on and so forth. I encourage you to pause the video right now and try and make as many combinations as you can, because this way you're going to revise all the numbers that you know so far. You can revise your tenth, you can revise your hundreds. You can also swap and do it in cardinal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Например, 125, 125, etc. And удачи и повеселитесь с этим. Now have fun with it. Good luck. So, and as you may have guessed, you see that they have different endings for the masculine, feminine, neutral, and plural. So it's going to change in gender and in number, and also it's going to change in cases. No, and only and not only the last one is going to change in cases, but also somewhere in between is going to change too. So it is important for us to know how to use the cases for the numerals, and this is precisely what I'm going to teach you during the Zoom lesson. And to sign up for it, it's down below. I prefer to yet again to teach it in person, so to speak, because it's a little bit more complicated than just, well, there are a lot of exceptions in this began. It is completely possible to do so. It is not a big deal, but I would like to hear from you, to hear the feedback, to make sure that everybody who is interested understands it, and that's why I'm offering this Zoom lesson practice. Хорошо, спасибо большое за урок. Thank you so much for the lesson. И увидимся в следующий раз. See you next time. Удачи. Good luck. Пока-пока. Bye-bye.